Hey guys, Mark Mouton here with Team Musical the Movie. I am the writer, director, and producer, and I'm joined today with one of the vital cog pieces in our production, Mr. Roberto Matthews, who is the co-musical director and is the wizard behind the scenes of all of the great songs that we're doing in this movie.
Well, thank you, Mark. My name is Roberto Matthews, and my job is to take it and change it from what you hear to the paper so that people can read along to it, can learn it faster.
He's simplifying things a lot because what I bring comes out of this head and is in an abstract form, and he's got to transcribe it from there to even get to the sheet music part to bring to the teen cast. So you're a vital piece. I brought him a piece of music that I wrote back in 1985 on VHS tape and said I had no sheet music at all, and he transcribed it note by note. Very time consuming on that. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how the kids are taking to the music?
The kids are doing beautifully well. It's wonderful to be around so much talent. The sheet music and the genius that comes out of his head that I can put to paper is what makes this all happen.
Now, I know you and I have discussed in the past, some of the people that have created this music that we're using in this film have passed on. And so I was pretty strict on, I wanted to keep their original vision of the music the same, so their legacy will reach the next generation, just like it affected me back in the 80s as a teenager. So you've been very great on keeping that original vision. How is that music translated from the 80s to the next millennial and to the next cast of kids?
In my experience, I've noticed that music, as much as it changes, it is truly universal, and it spans throughout the decades. So even something as old as Jesus Christ Superstar or Godspell still resonates today.
I'm glad you brought up the show Godspell, because that was a show I did 3 different times in my youth, and it's a lot like our musical inside a musical named One Star Rising. We take the music and the script from the last 12 hours of Jesus' life all the way through his death and then resurrection in the stage show, and I feel like we took Godspell and updated it. How do you feel about that?
I agree. My background is in opera, and one of the things that opera has is that sense of 17th century music, 16th century music, etc. And something like Godspell that has taken place 50 years ago, 40 years ago. So with my help and with what I do is I'll take something that I've heard from the 80s and perhaps update the harmonies, perhaps update the rhythms in the music, in the sheet music, retaining the vision that you had and the original that it had, but update it to what we have now, this new millennia.
And we're not old, Roberto. We're experienced. Definitely. This is Mark Mouton with Team Musical, a movie, a little bit behind the scenes on what we're doing and how it's happening all behind the scenes. We'll catch you next time.